two labor unions, NAGWAT and ICU, have rejected the amendment of the Pensions Act.
By the amendment as passed by Parliament yesterday, pension benefit on the first tier is reduced from 50% to 37.5%.
The two unions say the amendment would make pensioners worse off.
Here is a report by Daniel Opoku.
Parliament amended the Pension Act, reducing pensioners' benefits from 50 to 37.5%. Labour unions have raised the red flag, accusing government of failing to conduct broader consultations. NAGWAT and ICU have expressed disappointment with what they call government's rush to seek amendment.
We are really not satisfied with the way the matter was handled. It was as if government wanted to hide it from the unions and then smuggle the matter to Parliament and get it passed as quickly as possible. We are not against progress. If the act that is going to Parliament is going to benefit our members, fair enough.
What is informing this? One will clearly say is the prescription of the IMF that is being filtered into us small by small. Some of us have argued already that wherever IMF had gone, public sector pensions are reduced. And this is exactly what we are saying.
They were worried the implementation of the act would make pensioners worse off.
We are only taking the word of SNET that they have done the actuarial work, and the indication is that it's not going to affect workers. But as we have time now, we are also going to go through the document very well and then maybe get a second opinion on it. And if it comes out clearly that it's going to adversely affect workers, we will take the matter up once again.
The moment you are making a change on the status quo with the saying that it will not afford me to maintain my budget, then indeed I'm being cheated. That's a plain language I can put it.
The two unions have hinted to resist any implementation which would make pensioners worse off.
We would need to do a thorough study. We need actuaries to look at the issues that have come on board and make sure that really they will not affect workers. If we do that and they will really affect workers, we will not sit down and allow that to happen.
What is emergency about this? What is somebody dying? What is SOS about this? That from one day, 2 days, Parliament should go and sit down and have this thing pass. We want to signal to the parliamentarians, if they want to maintain the title honorable, the day has come, the hour has come, they should do the honorable thing and allow Ghanaians to have the due respect on the Parliament.
And in reaction to that, the National Pensions Regulatory Authority, NPRA, has debunked claims that workers would be made worse off if the 37.5% on pensions contribution is implemented.
The authority says it is still engaging the labor unions on how the new management, the new arrangements would be implemented without any industrial unrest.
We have another report here by Daniel Opoku.
According to the NPRA, it sought advice from the Attorney General's office before seeking the amendment. Under the new Pensions Act 766, SNET receives 13.5% as contributions from workers. 2.5% out of the 13.5% is transferred to NHIA as health insurance levy, while SNET will manage the 11% to settle the contributions of pensioners.
Looking at what goes to SNET under the first year, you're looking at 13.5. Out of this 13.5, 2.5 still goes to the National Health Authority. So SNET is left with now 11% to work with. This 11% to turn around, invest, and make sure that when you go on retirement, they are able to give you your monthly pension. Because under the Act 766 now, SNET will no more be giving you a lump sum, it will be paying your monthly pensions, and then you will seek to take your lump sum from the second tier. So it was just a matter of calculation in the formula. You cannot still expect to be getting that 50% as you said under the previously.
The unions are worried the new arrangement would make pensioners worse off, but the NPRA disagrees.
If you are 50 and above, you would automatically now be exempted from 766, so that you will have a longer period. So if you are 50 and below, then you will have a longer period to contribute into the second tier contributory scheme, which is a defined contribution. And at the end of the day, 10 years, we think, will be a more realistic period for people to enjoy some lump sum that they can clearly see that with that lump sum and their monthly pensions taken from the first year, we can then be very comfortable to see that the reform has had a positive impact.
The labour unions have accused the government of failing to conduct broader consultations on the issue. However, NPRA explained the labour unions were consulted before drafting the amendment.
The groups cannot say emphatically that the authority hasn't engaged with them. We have the TUC representation, we have the Employers Association represented at the NPRA board. So they have enough information to disseminate basically to their members.